First, I pioneered beating the Mantis using a poison build. Then, they nerfed it. Second, I invented the Black Ant Egg method to beat every boss in 5 punches or less. And they destroyed that too. Today I bring you the 0 to 100 build to destroy the infected Broodmother. Will this get nerfed? Probably. But will it be good fun? Of course. Now your first question is, why is it called the 0 to 100 build? And what does it involve? Well, I'm going to show you here today. So, this build actually has 2 different sets to it. The first set you're going to need of things is the defense badge. Now, some of this stuff isn't necessarily needed, but I highly recommend you use it because it's going to make the fight much easier. The defense badge. You don't need this, but I highly recommend you use this. Then we have the Might Hat. This is just for extra stamina regen. Again, I only upgraded it sleek for stamina regen. If you don't want to upgrade it, don't upgrade it. We have the Koi chestplate and leggings. That's because this increases your parry window. The reason I didn't use the Koi helmet is because then you'd have a full set of Koi armor, which reduces the infected Broodmother's defense, which we don't want. Then we have the Ladybird shield. You can use any shield other than the Fire Ant shield in this particular set of gear. That's the first set of gear we're going to use in the boss fight. Then we have the second set of stuff that you will need. We have Sticky Boss Sauce, this gives you increased crit chance, and Liquid Rage, which increases your attack damage. Again, these aren't necessary, but I highly recommend you have these. This method essentially is going to make the boss as easy as possible, require as little skill as possible to beat. Then we have a Spider Slider, this increases your crit chance as well. We have a full set of Sleek Assassin armor. We have the Power Droplet, the Moldy Hoagie, obviously, and the Fire Ant shield, as when you perfect block with this, it reduces enemy defense. I want to give a quick shout out to Blood Coco, who actually I copied part of this build from, in the sense of the fists part of the build here, in the second half of the build. I saw his video and kind of improved upon that build. He was basically killing it as fast as possible. This method I'm showing you is making the boss fight as easy as possible for the average player. So, mutations, you're going to need 2 different loadouts. The first loadout, you need Stage 3 maxed out Lil Fist. This is one of the mutations you need. Parry Master, optional. Buff Lungs, optional. Cardio Fan, optional. Truffle Tussle, you're going to need. Now, you're probably wondering, Truffle Tussle? That heals. It does explosive damage. That heals the boss. Yeah, we're going to heal the boss. We're 1 step ahead. We're healing the boss. We're not going to try and hurt the boss. We're going to try and heal the boss. We're nice people. For your second set of mutations, you're going to want Tier 3 Lil Fist, Stage 3 of Chopper, Stage 3 of Smasher. I only have Stage 1 on this world, which is a bit lame. You're going to want Coup de Grace, maxed out at Stage 2, and ideally Stage 3 of Yoked Blows, if you have it, but I know most people won't have Stage 3 of this, but as high of a stage as you can possibly get. So, how does the build work? Well, let me show you. We're going to take everything from the chest. Can we sleep? We're going to sleep, get rid of the nighttime, get those extra buffs, you know. Make sure you've got a petal bed to get your comfy defense that you won't need, and your extra stamina that you get from that, I guess, is useful. Are we going to activate the trophy? No, we're not. So, you just activate and equip all of this stuff here, just like so. And then mutations, you're going to start with set A of mutations. All of the stuff that's in the hotbar here, apart from the hoagie, you're going to want to put on your hot pouch right here, all across the bottom of the screen. Very simple. Right, let's go into the boss fight. This is essentially the lowest skill build, so this is like the minimum skill you'll need to beat this thing, you know? When I was thinking about this, I was thinking, what makes the infected Broodmother difficult? Well, the answer is Stage 3 makes it difficult. Stage 2 is pretty difficult, but Stage 3 is what makes this boss fight extremely difficult. I think most people would agree. As well as Stage 2. If I had to ask you what's the easy part about this boss fight, you'd say, well, Stage 1's a cakewalk. Stage 1's not even difficult. Right, let's go. Infected Broodmother time. Now, the set of gear we're running to begin with here is essentially just to parry every attack. The most important thing in Phase 1 is that you don't get hit. Now, Phase 1 is relatively easy. You shouldn't be getting hit anyway. If you get hit, you're going to lose the boss fight. It's as simple as that. So all you got to do is learn these different attack patterns that she does and learn to parry them all. That one's probably the hardest, the jump away to parry, but they're all very easily parryable, especially if you've fought a lot of wolf spiders and the Broodmother a few times. That 5-piece can be difficult as well, but you just got to get used to it. Now you'll notice Truffle Tussle is healing her, which is very, very important, and our fists are doing a lot of damage to her. So essentially what's happening is I'm stacking Lil Fist in the bottom left corner, and Truffle Tussle is healing her health back up. That's to maximize the Lil Fist stack by the end of phase 1. So you'll see I'm just perfect blocking every attack, and then just going into town on her with the punches. And then you'll see the stack in the bottom left right now, it's on 80. Typically by the time you finish phase 1, this stack's going to hit 100 to 120, depending on how lucky you get with Truffle Tussle procs. And also sometimes, when she runs out of health, she'll stay standing for longer than she should, like right now. And then you're just going to equip everything that you have on your hotbar, like this. Remember to switch mutation loadouts to B, and we're ready to go for stages 2 and 3. Let's go. Make sure you don't get hit. As soon as you get hit, you lose the stack, remember. If you get hit ever during this boss fight, it's boss fight over. So even if you're not parrying, you just hold down the block button. It's really important that you do that. We need to get rid of this bomb. Okay, the bomb's gone. Sometimes when you destroy the bomb, it'll still explode afterwards, like it just did there. So you want to move away after you've destroyed it. Otherwise, it's going to glitch out like it just did. Right, and now the stack's just fully built up at this point. So he's going to block every attack and then just finish her off. Now, I say this is the easiest method possible because this is the least attacks you'll have to block in stages 2 and 3. Stage 1 is really easy to block the attacks. Stage 2 is a little more difficult. Stage 3 is borderline impossible. Some of the attacks she does, like the 5-piece rapid attack, is extremely difficult, especially if you're on a controller. Using the triggers to block is a lot slower than using a mouse. So it's very, very important that you get stage 2 and 3 done as quickly as possible, like I just did then. That's like a 2-minute boss fight. The longest phase of the boss fight was stage 1. And then, you know, you want to make sure you peep her. Then, before you loot her, always make sure you equip Dissection Expert for the extra loot look. This will give you better loot before you've looted the boss. There you go. We got 5 chunks, 4 venom, and 3 fangs. That's crazy good drops for beating the thing once. And then you just rinse and repeat. A couple of other tips I would give you is always make sure that you're using the Super Duper to dupe the Hoagie, as it only costs 1k raw science to dupe the thing, and it's much cheaper than going out and getting the resources every single time, so you definitely want to do that. And if you're trying to get the trinket, set your spawn outside the boss arena, equip Sticky Fingers, and equip the Rascal Rogue mutation, then just come in here, steal 2 items from her, give up. You don't need to equip any gear whatsoever, just equip a shield, unequip your shield before you die, give up, then come back in and just keep stealing 2 items from her over and over again, and eventually you'll steal the trinket. It's worth noting you can only steal chunks from her. You can't steal fangs or venom, so you can't just use this to cheese the game to get all the parts you need. But yeah, that's essentially the most OP build in the game for beating the infected Broodmother. You definitely want to use this. There's no easier way to beat it. This is the lowest skill you will ever need to beat this boss. Will it get nerfed? Probably, yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Make sure you go and use this build yourself to destroy the infected Broodmother. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.